If we could please stand, tonight our very own C.W. Baker High School senior and outdoor track and field athlete, Cole Chrisman, will sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, and whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Cole. I would like to welcome everyone to our athletic awards ceremony. This evening we gather to commemorate the remarkable achievements and contributions of our esteemed athletes, coaches, and champions. It is a monumentous occasion where we pay tribute to the past, present, and future of Baldwinsville athletic excellence. Tonight we have the distinct privilege to honor and recognize Coach Leo Johnson, who we are naming our new Charles W. Baker Gymnasium after. We will enshrine 9 remarkable individuals into our prestigious Baldwinsville Athletic Hall of Fame, along with honoring our top student athletes from this past year. Recognizing Coach Leo J. Johnson, it is my honor and privilege to stand before you tonight as we celebrate the remarkable legacy of Coach Leo J. Johnson and dedication of the soon-to-be new Charles W. Baker High School Gymnasium in his honor. Coach Johnson's impact on the Baldwinsville Central School District, its athletic program, the sport of wrestling, and our community has been profound and lasting. His accomplishments speak volumes about his dedication, passion, excellence, and unwavering commitment to bringing out the very best in his wrestlers and countless student athletes. During his 25-year tenure as head wrestling coach, Coach Johnson compiled an outstanding dual meet record of 306 victories, 42 losses, and 5 draws, resulting in a career winning percentage of 87.8%. During his 21 years as head wrestling coach at Baldwinsville, and under his guidance, the Bees won an impressive 14 Onondaga League Wrestling Championships, 8 Section 3 Class A Championships, 8 Section 3 Tournament Wrestling titles, and he produced 5 individual state champions. From 1978 to 1981, his wrestling teams were the top-ranked dual meet team in the state and a testament to his exceptional coaching. Coach Johnson's accolades extend far beyond local and state levels. In 1974, he was named the Northeast Regional Coach of the Year and became a member of the United States Olympic Committee, along with serving as the National Wrestling Chairperson from 1975 to 1979. In 1980, he received the prestigious National High School Coaches Association Coach of the Year Award, further solidifying his status as one of the greatest wrestling coaches of his time. After retiring from coaching in 1985, Coach Johnson's legacy continued to grow. In 1993, he was inducted into the New York State High School Wrestling Hall of Fame. In 1994, he was inducted into the Baldwinsville Athletic Hall of Fame. And in 1998, he received the ultimate honor of being inducted into the National Amateur Wrestling Hall of Fame. As the athletic director, I can personally attest to the profound impact Coach Johnson has had on my life and the lives of countless others, especially to his wonderful wife, Maureen, his children, Kimberly, Laureen, Kevin, Brad, and Brian, along with his wonderful grandchildren, who he is so proud of. His wisdom, guidance, and unwavering support has been invaluable. He has always been there to offer advice, answer questions, and provide a steady hand during challenging times. In life, we are asked to leave a positive mark on those around us. In Coach Johnson's life, he did that so well that his mark will forever be etched in the walls and the floor of the new Coach Leo J. Johnson Gymnasium. This naming is fitting tribute to a man who has dedicated his life to the pursuit of excellence, the development of young athletes, many of who are here tonight, and the promotion of the sport and community he loves. As we dedicate the soon-to-be renovated facility, let us remember the countless lives Coach Johnson has touched, the countless athletes he has mentored, and the countless victories he has celebrated. Let us honor his legacy by continuing to strive for greatness, both on and off the mat. He has modeled for our youth the ability to build positive relationships, guiding them through his motto of patience equals confidence equals courage equals a champion. Thank you, Coach Johnson, for your unwavering commitment to the Baldwinsville community and to all the lives that you have impacted along your journey as a coach, educator, administrator, and as a person. At this time, I would like to invite class of 1967 graduate, 1994 Baldwinsville Athletic Hall of Fame inductee, and former wrestler, Mr. Steve Morgan, to share a few words about Coach Johnson and the impact he has had on him.
How many people know me out here? Anybody? Thanks. I call him Coach, and I'll explain why in a little bit. I was born in 1948. My mother, my father, and my grandmother were sent to prison in the middle of the 1950 June. Social services took me from my mother's arms as she was sent away to serve time in prison. After bouncing around in 3 or 4 foster homes, I ended up in Baldwinsville. How many know where Gun Barrel Road is? All right. If you go to the curve on Gun Barrel Road, the farm I lived on went all the way from there to Dead Creek and all the way up past probably 3/4 of a mile, all the way down to the river. The Buttons were my foster parents. Clinton Kelly was also part of a 3-person combination that were born in the 1890s. They bought the farm after the Depression, and they were my parents, like great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents. Life on the farm growing up was an environment that was tough. There was no hugs, no kisses, no I love yous, just strict daily expectations. I spent a lot of time getting in trouble. I was angry. In 6th grade, John Nostrand, who was principal then, he got tired of paddling me, and he made me go into wrestling as a 6th grader. 6th graders could not compete at that time, but I still had to go to practice every day and take a beating for about maybe 3 or 4 or 5 days, and then we started figuring it out. But that right there was the beginning of me becoming a wrestler in this community. In 1964, I had wrestled for John R. Carroll as a freshman. In 1964, after I had lost in the postseason, I was sitting on a mat, licking my wounds. Leo Johnson came over, sat down on the mat, and he said, "You've improved an awful lot this year, son. I love your heart." That was the first time in my life a person had said something like that to me. In 1964, I was looking forward to the season. I turned 16 that year, and my foster parents living on a farm felt like I needed to stay home and work on the farm. And they pressured me to quit. And eventually I did. And eventually Leo came, battled them, social services, and eventually I was allowed to come back and wrestle. They got paid more money because I was outclassified a problem child, but I didn't care. I had a chance to do what my heart told me to do. In the summer, after I got out of high school and I went on to college. Well, when you get to a point in high school, you have to start thinking about which direction you're going, and foster home kids didn't go to college. Leo went to bat for me. I had a chance to go to school. When the guidance counselor heard that I was going to go to college, he gave Leo a hard time. He said I was going to waste time and money and I'd be home by Christmas. And you know what? He was half right. I did come home at Christmas, and I went back, and I had an opportunity to become an All-American, graduate in 2 years on time, and receive a full scholarship to a college down in North Carolina, East Carolina University. It's quite something when somebody saves you a couple times. Leo saved me. He saved me. He gave me an opportunity. He got to do this. Between junior college and East Carolina, I got married. He was my best man. When my first child was born, Kelly, he's her godfather. And by the way, Leo, Kelly is a midwife, and she delivers about 10 babies a week. She brings in 10 Americans into this country each week, and she's been doing it now about 20 years. When you're teenagers, whether you're male or female, sometimes the biggest hurdles that are in your life are in your heart or in your mind. It's hard. You have to discern between all the information you see and hear. Nowadays, it's even harder. Leo supported me throughout my career. In 2013, Leo flew down to North Carolina to share in my induction into the National High School Wrestling's National Hall of Fame North Carolina chapter, in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Two Baldwinsville people are sitting out in Stillwater, Oklahoma. He and I owe it all to him. How many people out here understand what superpower means? Superpower is not something you see on TV or see in a movie. Leo has superpowers. When he was my coach, and when he's been my mentor for a lifetime, he not only trained me, he trained thousands. He gave me the ability to see myself. He gave me the ability to see things in me that I didn't even see in myself. He saw something that I didn't even know I had. He guided me on my journey. He gave me the tools to become a better man. These tools helped me to make a difference in my 6 decades of teaching and coaching in a different state. except for 4 years up here at Auburn Rush. Superpowers are infectious. Once you get exposed to goodness, kindness, caring, empathy, you get to the point where you understand once you get infected and you find it, you want to spend the rest of your life trying to get it one person at a time. That's why he's so successful. I still call Leo Coach. And the reason why I call him Coach is because it is meaningfully a sign of respect and honor for a man who was made and been a maker of men. There's a lot of people in this community and all over the United States. He's a legend. I'm just one of thousands, Leo, that feel the same way. I am blessed to have had Maureen and Leo in my life. You want to know something else? There are thousands of men, women, children who have had a better life because what he taught me, I taught them. What he taught me is tattooed on my soul. Finally, Leo's a great leader, a motivator. His entire life, he has been so deserving of this event that's happening today. He will always be remembered as one of Baldwinsville's greatest educators and coaches. To me, he's the closest thing to a father I ever had. His greatness is heavenly. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan, for your powerful and heartfelt words. Lastly, I would like to thank everyone who helped to make this happen for Coach. I would like to personally thank two former Beeville student athletes, Mr. Tony Sarancini, Mr. Don Shaver, for all of their efforts to getting this taken care of for Coach. We'd also like to thank the Board of Ed, who has been able to make this work, and our entire district. At this time, I would like to direct your attention to the monitors where we will show a video rendering of the new Coach Leo J. Johnson Gymnasium. Coach Johnson, I would like to invite you and your family, along with the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Joseph DeBarbary, the Board of Ed President, Victor Jenkins, to come forward to unveil the plaque that will be displayed in the renovated gymnasium.
Could we just grab the lights? Paul, would you have a sec?
At this time, I would like to invite Baldwinsville community member Tony Sarancini to the stage to make a special announcement.
Thank you. My name is Tony Sarancini, class of '94, C.W. Baker. And I've had the good fortune of working with the Baldwinsville School Board for approval of this dedication. I would like to thank the board and the tremendous leadership of Superintendent Dr. Joe DeBarbara for making this dedication possible. To say there was an overwhelming level of support for this dedication is an understatement. The board listened to the Baldwinsville community, and for that, I thank you. Mr. Johnson, you truly are an incredible person. Over the past year, I've had countless conversations with individuals you have motivated and supported. The substance of all these conversations parallels that of Steve Morgan's delivered earlier tonight. The impact you have had does not stop at the border of this great community of Baldwinsville. Because of you and your significant influence, athletic programs have been created by your student athletes across the United States. And that is simply amazing. Mr. Johnson, on behalf of the many alumni, friends, and your family, I would like to thank you for all you've done for so many in this community. And it's an honor to present the Baldwinsville School District with a $25,000 donation to create a perpetual Leo Johnson Legacy Scholarship. Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you, Tony. What an amazing way to end this dedication. Congratulations, Coach Johnson, on a well-deserved honor. Very proud of you and your family. This concludes our special recognition for Coach Leo Johnson. We are going to take a 5-minute intermission. After the intermission, we will begin the Baldwinsville Athletic Hall of Fame ceremony.